This is a sign I had commissioned for the Mac Lab corporate headquarters. This is a mock-up. Mock-ups are awesome, as I've been telling you. They're a way for you to display your work and have it look as if it had actually been produced. And it's just a fabulous tool, and so many people give away their mock-ups for free. And don't ask for this one, because I'm going to link you to, well, I won't spoil the surprise. But meanwhile, happy Cinco de Mayo. I come from a little town called Watsonville is where I grew up. It's in between Santa Cruz and Monterey in the Monterey Bay. And Watsonville was famous for apples, the red delicious apples there. And then Washington apples, you know, those big, shiny, red, beautiful, mushy, tasteless apples that took over the market. Yeah, what a shame. I grew up in the middle of an apple orchard and used to sit up in trees and eat apples and think. Anyway, I digress. Today, you probably know Watsonville apples because you've had Martinelli's apple cider. And Martinelli's is bottled right across the street from Watsonville High School. It's where the Snowcats met, the Watsonville Wildcats Ski Club. But back to Cinco de Mayo. In Watsonville, this was as big, if not bigger, holiday than the 4th of July. Celebrations for both, but the food was better on Cinco de Mayo, at least for me. Now, back to mock-ups. Doesn't that look real? Isn't that cool? You know, and of course, I enhanced this after I used the mock-up in order to make it look even more realistic. We'll come back to this. I've got a link here, Behance. Now, I've told you about Behance before, but this is the largest community of professional artists and designers displaying their work in one place. And yeah, there's a lot of other communities, and there's some really great ones. But Behance is so good, Adobe bought them. And you sign in with your Adobe ID. Okay, so there you go, and you get into Behance, and you can look up stuff like free mockup. And then there's filters here in order to dial it in. You know, maybe you want to pretend like you have stationery. You know, anyway, there's all kinds of things you can explore here. They go on. And hey, if you do artwork, you can display your art. It doesn't have to be branding. You can get really creative with this and have a lot of fun. I will let you search through there, but I strongly urge you to do the free mock-up Photopea mission, because I give you some tips about clickbait, and some of these absolutely positively lead to sites with clickbait, and you got to know how to protect yourself. Now, back to the Norseman News Flash. This is optional. You don't have to watch it, but hey, here's our new principal. And she was in the Mac Lab today. She's a really nice woman, and I look forward to working with her in the future. You might want to hear what's going on here, because there's information, upperclassmen, about the prom. And you probably want to know those details. And then there's a link here to senior events and the to-do list. So if you're a senior, click on this, because, hey, I bet there's information here you may be interested in. Meanwhile, the art of the immune system. Hey, did you guys know you could get immunized against the coronavirus? What an idea, to get immunized, to be free outside, not have to wear a mask. Anyway, you guys, avail yourself of the opportunities. Maybe mock-ups aren't your thing, but step out of where you are and push your art forward. Make something amazing.